Welcome to ChiSports Legends. Are the 76 Steelers or the 2000 Ravens better than the Bears? Let's dig in.
Jack Lambert anchored the center of the 1976 Steelers defense with one of the finest seasons of his Hall of Fame career. He earned the NFL Defensive Player of the Year award while recording an unofficial 8 sacks from the inside linebacker position, an extraordinary number in an era that rarely featured blitz-heavy schemes. Lambert's range, play diagnosis, and ability to control the tempo of the front seven were central to Pittsburgh's historic 9-game defensive surge in which they allowed only 28 total points. His discipline and gap control, ability to shed blockers, and sideline-to-sideline tackling made him the Steelers' most impactful player. Even without Mean Joe Green's eye-popping statistics, Joe Green's presence shaped the identity of the Steel Curtain. Green consistently drew double and triple teams, allowing other defenders to play free and attack. His power collapsed pockets from the inside, forcing hurried throws and redirecting rushing plays. Green's leadership and interior dominance helped the Steelers finish first in passing defense and top 5 against the run. His impact rarely showed in box scores, but it was evident on nearly every snap as offenses struggled to execute even basic blocking schemes. L.C. Greenwood contributed 6 unofficial sacks in 1976 while causing widespread disruption along the edge. His combination of length and explosive first-step quickness made him one of the era's most effective pass rushers. Greenwood was also known for his timing and hand technique when deflecting passes at the line of scrimmage, a skill that played a crucial role in Pittsburgh's finishing with the number 1 ranked pass defense. His versatility allowed the Steelers to maintain pressure without heavy blitzing. Mel Blount delivered one of the most dominant seasons by a cornerback in NFL history. His physical press coverage, long frame, and aggressive technique prevented receivers from gaining separation and threw off timing-based offenses throughout the league. Blount's performance in 1976 was so overpowering that it directly influenced the eventual rule change limiting contact beyond 5 yards, the Mel Blount rule. He was the primary reason opposing quarterbacks struggled to move the ball through the air, contributing to the league's lowest passing yards allowed. Jack Ham continued to establish himself as the premier coverage linebacker of the decade. A 1976 first-team All-Pro, Ham excelled at reading route combinations, dropping into passing lanes, and creating turnover opportunities. His awareness of space provided stability behind the defensive line, while his speed helped limit perimeter runs and screens. Ham worked in perfect tandem with Lambert, giving the Steelers exceptional range and intelligence at the second level. Donnie Shell brought physicality and turnover creation to the back end of the defense. Shell excelled in run support and consistently delivered high-impact hits that altered offensive momentum. His ability to read quarterback eyes made him a growing threat in coverage, setting the stage for his emergence as one of the league's great strong safeties. Ernie Holmes added raw power to the interior of the defensive line. His strength and leverage against guards made him a dominant run defender and a crucial component of Pittsburgh's formidable front. Holmes helped form the interior wall that suffocated rushing attacks during the Steelers' historic defensive stretch. The 2000 Baltimore Ravens weren't just a great defense. They were a perfectly engineered machine with elite playmakers at every level. Ray Lewis delivered one of the most complete seasons ever by a linebacker, winning the NFL Defensive Player of the Year award. He finished the season with 137 total tackles, 3 sacks, and 2 interceptions, while commanding the middle of the field with unmatched instincts and speed. Lewis excelled at diagnosing plays before they develop, shooting gaps to make stops behind the line, and eliminating cutback lanes. His leadership elevated the entire unit, and his postseason performance cemented the Ravens as one of the best playoff defenses in NFL history. Tony Siragusa provided essential interior stability, using his size and leverage to disrupt blocking schemes and occupy multiple linemen. Siragusa's ability to anchor the middle prevented teams from running inside and kept opposing centers and guards from climbing to the linebackers. His contributions were instrumental in Baltimore setting the all-time record for fewest rushing yards allowed in the season. Sen Adams paired perfectly with Siragusa, forming one of the most dominant run-stopping duos ever assembled. Adams used his rare combination of mass, power, and quickness to collapse running lanes and apply interior pressure on passing downs. His ability to control two gaps forced offenses to abandon inside rushing attempts early in the games. Rob Burnett led the Ravens with 10.5 sacks, providing consistent edge pressure throughout the season. His veteran technique, strong hands, and ability to set the edge made him a reliable three-down presence. Burnett's production gave Baltimore a dependable pass-rushing anchor that complemented the team's aggressive linebacker and secondary play. Peter Bulaware added explosive pass rush ability to the Ravens' front seven. His 7 sacks only hinted at his impact as he consistently hurried quarterbacks, forced rollouts, and influenced bad throws. Bulaware's speed off the edge helped Baltimore control passing situations and create turnovers, contributing significantly to their 49-team takeaway total. Michael McCrary brought relentless energy and a high motor to the defensive line, contributing 6.5 sacks and numerous pressures. McCrary excelled at chasing plays down from the backside, attacking, pulling guards, and creating chaos with his destructive style. His effort-based play extended drives in Baltimore's favor and contributed to the Ravens' elite run and pass defense. Rod Woodson provided dexterous leadership and elegance in the secondary. Even at age 35, he played at a Pro Bowl level, disrupting passing lanes, preventing explosive plays, and quarterbacking the defensive backfield. Woodson's positioning, anticipation, and intelligence were essential to Baltimore finishing 4th in passing yards allowed. Chris McAllister served as Baltimore's top cover corner, using length, athleticism, and physicality to neutralize opposing number 1 receivers. His ability to jam receivers at the line and stay connected throughout routes prevented teams from stretching the field, forcing offenses into shorter, predictable throws. Dwayne Starks brought ball-hawking skills to the opposite side, adding game-changing turnovers throughout the season. His decisive breaks on the football produced multiple interceptions, including a pivotal pick-6 in the Super Bowl. Starks thrived when quarterbacks were forced into hurried decisions by the Ravens' aggressive front. J.D. Sharper contributed essential range and tackling consistency as the complement to Ray Lewis. Sharper excelled in run support, limiting outside plays and screens while providing dependable zone coverage. His durability and discipline helped maintain balance and cohesion in the Ravens' formidable front seven. Scoring defense is the clearest reflection of overall dominance. The 1976 Steelers surrendered only 138 points, ranking 1st in the NFL. Over their final 9 games, they allowed just 3.1 points per game, one of the most remarkable defensive stretches in league history. The 2000 Ravens set the all-time scoring defense record for a 16-game season, allowing 165 points, or 10.3 points per game, including a 5-game stretch without allowing a single touchdown. Measured by yardage, both defenses consistently suffocated their opponents. The 76 Steelers allowed 3,508 total yards, finishing 1st in total defense. They ranked number 1 in passing yards allowed and top 5 against the run. The 2000 Ravens allowed just 2,662 yards, 2nd in the NFL, and set the record for the fewest rushing yards allowed in a season, 970 yards total, with only 2.7 yards per carry surrendered. This remains one of the most unbreakable defensive records in league history. Third down efficiency often describes outcomes, and both defenses dominated in this area. The 1976 Steelers held opponents just 31.5% on third down, one of the best marks of the decade. The 2000 Ravens were even more restrictive, allowing conversions on only 29.7% of third down attempts, the best in the league. Pressure was a defining trait for both units. The 76 Steelers recorded 41 team sacks, an especially impressive feat, considering sacks were not an official statistic at the time. Jack Lambert supplied an unofficial 8 sacks, while L.C. Greenwood added 6, with the rest of the Steel Curtain collapsing pockets through sheer physical dominance. The 2000 Ravens produced 35 total sacks, led by Rob Burnett with 10.5, Peter Bulaware with 7, and Michael McCrary with 6.5. Baltimore's pressure came from disciplined schemes emphasizing disruption over raw sack totals, forcing hurried throws and turnovers. Turnovers form the foundation of dominant defensive football, and both teams excelled in this category. The 1976 Pittsburgh Steelers generated 46 total takeaways, combining 22 interceptions with 24 fumble recoveries. This balance reflected a defense capable of disrupting both the passing game and the run game with equal force. The 2000 Baltimore Ravens surpassed even that remarkable total, finishing with 49 takeaways, 23 interceptions, and 26 fumble recoveries. Baltimore's takeaway production repeatedly flipped field position, and 7 of those turnovers directly turned into touchdowns, creating immediate scoring swings that defined their season. The postseason is where legends are cemented. The 1976 Steelers played 2 playoff games, allowing 38 points and forcing 5 turnovers. They dominated the Colts, but injuries to their top 2 running backs crippled their offense in the AFC Championship loss to Oakland. The 2000 Ravens, however, delivered one of the greatest playoff runs in NFL history. 4 games, 23 total points allowed. No opponent scored more than 10, and the defense forced 12 turnovers, powering Baltimore to a blowout win in the Super Bowl.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. Steelers or Ravens, who do you like? Could either of these teams match up against the '85 Bears? Please share your opinions in the comments. Thanks again.